You are trying to fight your joint pain with healthy plant-based protein, but are you using the right champion for the job? Today, we are not just giving you another list of foods. We are hosting the Plant-Based Protein Championship to crown the ultimate arthritis-fighting food. And I promise you the final verdict will shock you. Welcome back to Healthier Daily, the channel where we give you the simple science-backed truth to live a stronger and more independent life after 60. I'm your host, Dr. Ben Carter, and to be our wise and expert judge in this important championship today, we are joined by a physician who has spent his life studying the unique and beautiful gifts of different healing foods. It is our great honor to welcome Dr. Shigeaki Hinohara.
Thank you for having me, Ben. In this special competition, we have three great and very noble champions: the humble lentil, the versatile chickpea, and the mighty tofu. Each one of these is very strong in its own unique way. Our job today is not just to see who wins the competition, but to understand the beautiful and the unique gifts of each of our champions. This is so very important. I had a patient, a woman who had switched to a plant-based diet to help with her arthritis. But she was only eating one of these champions. She was eating tofu every single day. And while she felt a little bit better, her inflammation was still high, and she was not getting the full results that she wanted. She was missing the wisdom of the other champions.
And that is exactly what our guide is all about today. In this detailed championship, our three champions, the lentil, the chickpea, and the tofu, will compete in three exciting rounds. In part 2 of our video, we will have round 1, the protein power round, and round 2, the anti-inflammatory round. Then in part 3, we will have round 3, the mineral and cofactor round. And finally, in part 4, our wise judge, Dr. Hinohara, will deliver the final and very surprising verdict. It is a true blessing to have such a wonderful diversity of powerful and healing foods to be able to learn from. If you are ready to find out who the true champion is in this important fight against joint pain, please type the number 1 in the comments below. And be sure to subscribe to our channel. It's completely free, and you will not want to miss a single round of this exciting competition. Okay, Judge Hinohara, the stage is set, and our three mighty plant-based champions are ready for battle. Let the plant-based protein championship begin. Let's start with the first and the most foundational contest for our joints and our muscles. This is round 1, the protein power round. In this round, we are looking at the pure muscle and joint supporting power of the protein itself. Let's look at the numbers for our champions. Our first champion, the humble lentil, is a true and an ancient powerhouse. A single cooked cup provides about 18 grams of high-quality plant-based protein. Our second champion, the versatile chickpea, is also very, very strong, coming in at around 15 grams of protein per cooked cup. And our final champion, the mighty tofu, is the strongest of all in this particular category. A 1-cup serving of a firm tofu can provide over 20 grams of protein, sometimes even more. But as we know, doctor, it is not just about the quantity of the protein, it is also about the quality. While the lentils and the chickpeas are wonderful and provide a beautiful spectrum of amino acids, the tofu is what we call a complete protein, meaning that it contains all 9 of the essential amino acids that our body cannot make on its own. So in this first and very important round, while all three of our champions are very strong, the tofu takes a narrow victory for its pure and its complete protein power.
So, tofu wins the first round on pure power. But as we know, for a person who is suffering from arthritis, fighting the fire of inflammation is just as important as building the structure. This brings us to the main event of our championship today. This is round 2, the anti-inflammatory round. And this was the absolute key for my patient. She was eating the tofu, so she was getting the protein for her muscles. But the silent fire of inflammation that was in her joints was still burning very brightly. She needed the other champions to be able to help her to fight this fire.
So let's look at the unique and the very powerful weapons that each of our champions brings to this important fight. Let's start with the chickpea. What is its secret weapon against inflammation?
The chickpea is a true master of the antioxidants. As the source text for our video so correctly notes, it is absolutely packed with polyphenols and with vitamin C. These are the direct antioxidants that act like little firefighters in your body. They help to neutralize the dangerous free radicals that are causing so much of the damage and the pain in your joints.
And what about the tofu? It is also a powerful anti-inflammatory, but it fights in a very different way.
Yes, the tofu brings two very special and unique weapons to this fight. It has a good amount of the plant-based omega-3 fatty acids, and it also has the special plant compounds, the isoflavones.
And the omega-3s, as we know, are powerfully anti-inflammatory, and the isoflavones that are found in soy have been shown in many scientific studies to have a gentle hormone-like effect in the body that can also help to calm down the inflammation in the joints. And finally, our third champion, the humble lentil. What is its secret weapon in this important round?
The lentil has a very quiet but a very profound secret weapon, and that is its very high content of folate.
And the science of this is so important and so often overlooked. As the source text notes, folate, or vitamin B9, is absolutely essential for helping your body to regulate a very inflammatory compound in the blood that is called homocysteine. High levels of homocysteine are a major and often a hidden trigger for inflammation throughout the entire body. So the beautiful lentil is fighting the fire from a completely different and a very intelligent direction.
So, as you can see, each of our three champions is a true master at fighting the fire of inflammation, but they all use a different and a very beautiful strategy to do it.
So in this round, Judge Hinohara, it looks like we have a three-way tie. Each and every one of them is a winner in its own right. It is a truly blessed and a wonderful thing to see how nature has provided us with so many different and intelligent pathways to be able to find healing. So the mighty tofu won the first round on pure protein power, and the second all-important anti-inflammatory round was a three-way tie with each of our champions bringing its own unique and powerful weapon to the fight against inflammation. This is a very close and a very exciting competition, Doctor. It is now time for our third and final round before you deliver the verdict. What is round 3, the mineral and cofactor round?
Yes, our final round of the championship is all about the helper nutrients. These are the very important minerals and the other beneficial compounds that support the entire system, from our nerves and our bones to our very digestion. These are the quiet and often forgotten workers who are working behind the scenes.
Let's analyze the scorecard for this final and very crucial round. Let's start with the master relaxation mineral for our muscles and nerves, magnesium.
And in this important category, our lentils and our chickpeas are the clear and the powerful champions. They are both incredibly rich in this common mineral that is so very important for helping to relax the tight muscles that are often found around our painful and inflamed joints.
And what about for potassium, Doctor? I know this mineral is very important for helping to reduce the swelling in our joints.
Yes, and for potassium, the humble lentil is the true powerhouse. As the source text notes, it helps to balance the sodium levels in our body, which can help to reduce the fluid retention that can make our joints feel so stiff and so swollen.
And finally, for the health of the bones that are underneath our joints, we have the all-important mineral calcium. Which of our champions wins this important category?
For the mineral calcium, our tofu is the clear winner in this round, especially when it is the type of tofu that is made with a calcium salt. It is a wonderful plant-based and non-dairy way to be able to support the very bones that are underneath our painful joints.
So it seems like the lentils and the tofu are the main winners in our mineral round. But doctor, there is one final cofactor that the source text talks about that is so incredibly important for our overall level of inflammation, and that is fiber.
Yes, this was the final and the most important piece of the puzzle for my patient. She was eating the tofu, so she was getting the complete protein, but her digestion was still not quite right, and her levels of inflammation were still too high. She was missing the healing power of the fiber.
And this brings us to the exciting new science of the gut-joint axis. We now know from modern science that the health of our gut is directly and powerfully connected to the level of inflammation that we feel in our joints. The special soluble fiber that is found in the lentils and the chickpeas is the absolute favorite food of our good and friendly gut bacteria. When you feed these good bacteria with this beautiful fiber, they produce their own powerful anti-inflammatory compounds. And these compounds can then travel through your bloodstream, and they can help to calm the fire that is in your joints. So by eating these wonderful fiber-rich foods, you are not just helping your digestion, you are directly fighting the inflammation in your arthritis from a completely different and a very powerful direction. It is a truly blessed and a very profound design to see how nourishing one part of our body, like our gut, can bring such deep and lasting healing to another part of our body, like our joints. This is such a complete and a very holistic approach to healing, doctor. We love sharing it with our global community. To help us see our global community, please let us know what city, state, or country you are watching from. We love hearing from all of you. So our final round, the mineral and cofactor round, shows us once again that each of our champions brings its own unique and very essential helper nutrients to the fight against arthritis. The 3 rounds of our championship are now complete. We have seen 3 incredible and very powerful champions, and each one has shown its own beautiful and unique strengths. So Judge Hinohara, after reviewing all of the scientific evidence, the time has now come. What is your final verdict? Who is the ultimate arthritis fighting plant-based protein champion?
Yes, after a long and a very difficult deliberation, the final verdict from our championship today is now very clear. After looking at all of the wonderful evidence, I must declare that there is no single winner of this competition. The true and the most powerful champion is not one of these individual foods. The ultimate champion is the synergy that is created when you eat all 3 of them together as a team. A diet that has only one of these champions is strong, but a diet that has all 3 working together is truly unbeatable.
That is a beautiful and a very wise verdict, doctor. So the team is the true champion. To make this very practical and very easy for our viewers at home, can you now please give us a champion's meal plan? Can you show us what a simple week of eating looks like using all 3 of these champions together to create that powerful synergy?
Of course, the goal of this is not to eat all of them every single day. The true goal is a gentle and a very healing weekly rotation. Here's a simple and a very easy plan for your week. On Monday and Thursday, to give your body a deep, warming, and a very nourishing meal. You can have a beautiful and a very simple lentil soup for your lunch. This is a perfect and a very comforting meal, especially as we head into these cooler early autumn months here in America. On Tuesday and Friday for your dinner, you can have a delicious and a very satisfying tofu stir-fry. And you must be sure to include many colorful vegetables to provide your body with even more powerful antioxidants.
And what about for the middle of the week and for the weekend?
On Wednesday and Saturday, you can have a large and a very beautiful salad for your lunch. And on top of that salad, you will put a generous scoop of our wonderful chickpeas. And finally, on Sunday, I often encourage my patients to be creative. You can make a beautiful and a very hearty 3-champion chili using the lentils, the chickpeas, and even some crumbled tofu all together in one warm and delicious pot. It is a true celebration of this healing team.
That is a perfect and a very delicious weekly plan. Now, doctor, let's go back one final time to your patient, the woman who was only eating the tofu every day.
This was the beautiful conclusion to her healing story. She learned this beautiful wisdom. She stopped eating only the tofu, and she began this gentle weekly rotation of all 3 of our wonderful champions. By getting the unique and the beautiful gifts from each one of these powerful foods, the deep and the chronic inflammation that was in her joints finally began to subside in a way that it never had before. She had finally created a true champion's diet for her body.
That is a truly beautiful and a blessed story. It is a powerful reminder that true and lasting strength and healing are very often found not in one single answer, but in the wise and the harmonious combination of many different wonderful gifts from nature. Doctor, this has been a truly profound and a very exciting championship. You have shown us that in the fight against joint pain, there is not one single champion, but a powerful and a beautiful team. Your final verdict that synergy is the true champion is a powerful new way for us to think about healing our bodies and supporting our senior health. By combining the unique gifts of the lentil, the chickpea, and the tofu, our viewers can create a complete and a very logical system for preventing the inflammation that causes so much joint pain. This knowledge is a true cornerstone of a proactive senior health strategy. It is a practical food first way to fight back against the daily discomfort of joint pain and to live a more vibrant and a more mobile life. Now, doctor, this has been an incredible championship, and your champion's meal plan is a perfect guide. But for our viewers at home who may have a sensitive digestive system, I know that beans and legumes can sometimes be a challenge. What is the master protocol for preparing these champion foods to make them very gentle and very easy for the body to absorb?
That is a very wise and a very important question. The preparation of the food is a part of the medicine itself. There are 4 simple keys to preparing these foods with wisdom. First, soaking is essential. For the dried lentils and the dried chickpeas, you must show them the respect of soaking them overnight in clean water. This gentle act of soaking awakens the bean. It helps to reduce the compounds that can sometimes cause gas, and it makes them much, much easier to cook and to digest. Second, if you are using the great convenience of a can, you must always rinse the canned beans. You will pour the beans from the can into a colander, and you will rinse them very well under cool running water. This simple act helps to wash away the excess sodium and the starchy liquid that they are packed in, which can often cause bloating for a sensitive person. Third, you should cook them with digestive herbs. In Japan, we often cook our beans with a small and beautiful piece of kombu seaweed. This not only adds important minerals to the pot, but it also contains natural enzymes that help to break down the complex sugars that are in the beans. Here in the West, you can add beautiful traditional herbs like cumin fennel or a small slice of ginger to your cooking water. These are what we call carminatives, and they help to prevent gas and to soothe the entire digestive process. And the fourth and most important rule of all is that you must chew your food very, very well. Digestion does not begin in the stomach, it begins in the mouth. You must chew these beautiful foods properly to allow your body to be able to receive all of their wonderful and healing nourishment.
That is a perfect guide to preparation. Now, what other simple lifestyle habits are the perfect partners for this champion's meal plan to make it even more effective for our viewers?
There are 3 other beautiful partners. First is hydration. These foods are very rich in fiber, and fiber is like a sponge. It needs plenty of clean water to be able to do its job properly. You must be sure to drink plenty of water or gentle herbal teas all throughout the day. Second is gentle movement. A simple daily walk is the signal that brings the healthy blood flow to your joints. And it is this blood flow that carries the beautiful anti-inflammatory medicine of these foods to the very place where it is needed the most. And third is mindful eating. You cannot eat a beautiful healing meal while you're in a state of stress and expect to get the full benefit. You must eat slowly. You must chew your food. You must be grateful for the nourishment you're receiving. A calm mind allows for calm digestion and for deeper healing.
So the complete protocol is the champion's diet prepared correctly and supported by hydration, movement, and a calm mind. That is a truly complete plan.
I want to leave you with this one final thought. You must not search for one single magic food. You must search for a beautiful and a diverse team of foods. A team of foods is always stronger than a single hero.
That is a beautiful message, Doctor. It's a wonderful reminder to be good stewards of our health by embracing the blessed diversity that nature has so generously provided for us. And of course, it is absolutely essential that you speak with your personal doctor or a registered dietitian before making any significant changes to your diet, especially if you have existing health conditions. Please remember that our conversation today is for educational purposes. If you found this guide empowering and it changed the way that you think about plant-based protein, please give this video a like so that others can find this vital information. And be sure to share it with a friend or a family member. If you haven't already, please subscribe to our channel. It is completely free and it ensures you will not miss our next practical health guide. And for our community discussion today, we would love to know which of these 3 champions, the lentil, the chickpea, or the tofu, are you going to add to your healing team this week? Please share your choice in the comments below. Thank you for being with us. Be well.